Welcome back everyone to Blender and Unreal Engine Become a Dungeon Prop Master, and this is where we left it off. Now what I want to do is, as I said, I want to come to this one first, right click, Shade Smooth, let's bring on Auto Smooth, and let's also Control A all transforms, right click, set origin to geometry, and now let's bring in a bevel modifier. Let's actually have a look. Is that too much? Let's turn it down and put it on 0.005, something like that. I think that's still too much, 0.003. Yeah, and I think that's actually going to look better because this is metal after all, so we do need to take that into account. Okay, so I'm happy with how that looks. The one thing probably not so happy with is maybe this ridge on here. Maybe I need to just turn up. Yeah, it's not going to get rid of that actually because it's from the bevel. So what we can do instead is, if you're not happy with those, is you can just basically bevel them off. So if you come in and grab each of these, so all of these ones that you're not happy with, and basically just press Control B. Now actually I think I'm just going to go all the way through them. So I'm going to press Alt Shift Click, going all the way around them like so. So Alt Shift and Click, and then Control B, just bevel them off, and there you go. You can see they look better than what they did before. All right, so I'm happy with that. Now what I need to do is I just need to bring these out as we talked about. So if I come in now, I should, yeah, this one's still not got, let's have a look. Has it actually got the bevel on there? I think it has. I'm just looking. Yes, it has. Okay, so we can grab each of these now, like so. Much easier to grab because we applied that solidify. And then what we'll do is we'll pull all of these out. And I'm thinking that these also should be pulled out because you can see there's a tiny, tiny sliver of a gap. I'm thinking that that shouldn't be selected. So I'm just making sure I've got all the right ones selected like so. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think, pull them out in, on medium point first. So if I press S and Z, just going to pull it up and then I'm going to pull it down so that they fit much, much better. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to individual origins and I'm actually going to pull them out the other way. Now you can see that I did mess up there. I've pulled all of these up. So let's do the other bit first. So let's grab all of these. And instead of doing that, what we'll do is we'll pull them out this way. So I've just gone back and we just basically at the start again. I'm going to press S and X, pull them out. And you can see here that I've got one that I shouldn't actually grab. So I'm going to press Shift L to deselect it. Let's try that again then. So I'm going to press S and X, pull them out like so, and now they're fitting much better. And now finally we need to pull them up. So S and Z, pull them up like so, and just making sure that they fit in those creases. Now you can see that they're still not fitting on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press 1, I'm going to press Z, wireframe, double tap the A, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and grab all of these ones. So B, grab them all like so, Z, solid, and now let's finally pull these down just a little bit, just so they fit a little bit better into place. All right, so that's looking much, much better now. That is basically the main part of the chest done. Now, if we click on these, you will see that we're able now to take away this part as well. But first of all, let's actually bring in our actual lock. So let's now make the little lock, and we'll also create the hinges on the actual bag. All right, so the little lock, let's come in. And first of all, well, we've got our cursor in the center anyway, so that's absolutely fine. Let's create a cube. We'll do it with a cube, actually. So what I'll do is I'll bring the cube down. I'll get it to be the right sort of size first. So bring it out. I'll press S and Y, bring it back. And you can see at the moment that I've actually got a bevel on this. I don't think I actually want that on at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just separate it out, come up, take the bevel off. And I just want that off just so I can see what I'm actually doing. Press Control A, all transforms, right click, origin to geometry, and then I can get it in the right place that I want it. So S and X, pull it down, and then S and Z, pull it round, put it into place, something like that. I think that should be fine. And then finally grab this face and pull it back. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bevel off the top edges first. So maybe up a little bit more. And then let's come in, grab this edge and this edge. Let's press Control B. And there we go. That's that part done. Now we need the center part. Well, going into the center part, I'm going to press Control B. I'm going to bring them over. But what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to change the shape of this. So if I change the shape turn up the segments to 3 or something and change the shape this way. And now you can see that's looking much, much better. Albeit it's too much. So what I want to do is press Ctrl Z. Yep, Ctrl Z. Let's do it again. There we go. And now press Ctrl B. And there we go. Now we can see that we don't have to do it that much. And there we go. That looks actually really, really nice. Now let's actually, to stop it actually going that far up. So if you don't want it to go that far up, what we can do instead is we can either press Ctrl B, because I want it coming to like there and going further in. Now what I need to do that is I need to press Ctrl R and bring in an edge loop. I can't actually bring in an edge loop at the moment, so if I press Ctrl B once more, I should be able to change the width as well. So that's going to help me do it instead of bringing in an edge loop. So something like that I think looks a little bit better. Maybe just a little bit less. So I'm going to bring it up, yeah, like that. That looks absolutely fine. All right, so now let's bring in the top part. So I'm going to come in, grab all of this, press the I button, bring it in, like so. Press the E button to bring it out, like so. And now finally we want that actual part in the center for the actual key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press I, bring it in, and then I'm going to press S and X, and then S and Z, bring it up, S and X, and there we go. Now we can press E, pull it back, and there's your key as well. So that's looking fantastic. All right, so I'm really happy with that. I just want to make sure, yeah, my cavities are still on. Just having a bit of trouble seeing it there. Now let's come round to this side. I can see here as well as I'm going that I need to pull these out as well. So I'm going to fix those while I'm here. So come round to this side as well. And I'm just going to pull them out. So S and Z, pull them up a little bit like so. And probably, maybe not with S and Z, maybe just with the S button, pull them up. And I'm just wondering, yeah, that is a lot there, but we've pulled them out too much, as you can see. So now these are actually crossing over. So I need to just go back and see these ones here. You can see that they're crossing over, and I don't want that. So I just need to be careful of that. So just making some, final adjustments with fixing things just to make sure it's okay. You can see that they're crossing over here. I don't want that, so I need to make sure that they're on individual origins, S and Z, and there we go. We can fix those like so. You can see that now looks a ton better. Now I'm just looking at these and making sure they're okay, and making sure that my shading smooth is on with auto smooth. And then I'm just going to come round now to these, and I can see that these are a little bit out as well. So yeah, we'll fix those first. We'll do the bottom ones first, actually. So I'll grab all of these, like I say, and then S, bring them out a little bit, and then we'll do the same on this one now. So L, L, and L. Come round to this side, L, L, and L, and then S, pull them out just a little bit. There we go. Now that's perfect. Okay, so now let's do the backs of these. So what I'm going to do is, again, I've got my cursor in the center, Shift A, let's bring in a cube. Let's pull it down. You'll be like, why are we using a cube to create a hinge? Once I pop this in, but you'll see exactly why I do it this way, because it is the easiest way. So press Ctrl 1 to go to the back. Let's come to the back of here, and I want it coming from round about here. Make it a little bit smaller, like so. And then let's bring it in just a tad, like so. And let's put it there. Ctrl A, all transforms, right clicks, origins, geometry. And now finally, let's bevel off all of the edges going along here. So if I press Alt, Shift, and click, press Ctrl B. Now that's not what I want, as you can see, or is it? Because actually, that's really looking really nice. I might actually keep that. So just in case you want that, just have the same as what I've got here. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that actually. It looks so good. So I'm going to press Tab. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it happens. All right, let's pull this out like so. Let's also pull it back because I'm not going to need the whole thing. So I'm just going to need this bit as a flat area. And because I'm doing this twice, I might as well sort it out. So Control plus, delete faces. And now all I want to do is just fill in this back face. So I'm going to grab it on here, Alt, Shift, and click. and I'm going to press Alt F just to fill it in, and now I'm just going to push it back into place. Now all I want to do is create the hinge, so I'm going to come in again, Control R, 3, left click, right click, Control B, like so. Bring down then the amount of segments, and then all I'm going to do is press E, Enter, Alt and S, and I'm going to bring those in to where I need to, which is probably going to be something like that. Let's have a look at what that looks like. And yeah, they look a really, really nice hinge. All right, so let's put this back now onto here, just so it's fitting in place. I'm just looking actually at this back bit, just making sure that I'm happy with it. Just going around. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. So I'm going to pull it back into place like so. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over the other side. Might as well use my cursor over here. Right click Origin 3D cursor, add modifier, and we're going to bring in a mirror. And there we go. Control A over the actual mirror. And there we go. Do we want another one? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. I think at the moment it should be absolutely fine. Now let's think about the handles on the next lesson. So all we've got to do is the handles, and then what we'll do is we'll split this treasure chest in half, and then we should be able to do the smaller chest, and then we'll start filling this with the gold coins and things like that. All right, everyone. So let's save it out, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.